Welcome back to the Hornet Sports Network. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. We are here with Alabama State head baseball coach, Jose Vazquez. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Coach, how's your summer been so far?
So far, a little hectic. You know, we getting ready for an exciting summer. We have a showcase coming up. You know, a lot of recruiting, some exciting things with soon departure with USA Baseball. Going to be there for about 11 days. But summer is going good so far.
Speaking of USA Baseball, have you got any rest? Because as soon as the season ended, you were right to work as far as constructing this roster.
Well, yeah, it's been a lot of meetings, a lot of fun doing it. You know, it's very unique how the process goes and the evaluation and things like that. And obviously the staff from USA Baseball is on top of things. But being involved not only with with USA Baseball, but the staff that we have chosen to help us out over the summer has been an awesome experience. Looking forward to it. You know, the best sophomores in the nation. Once again, we have a friendly series, a 5-game series over there. I think the schedule came out, so we'll be evaluating some players early and then getting ready to play Taiwan on a 5-game series.
Now, talk about your role as the manager on a day-to-day basis and what you'll be expected to do once you're there.
Well, you know what? Once the roster is completed, manage the game, make sure that even though it's a friendly series, as we call it, the object is for us to be able to win and win every game. We know that we're going to have it's going to be a competitive series, but we also do know that we have a pretty good team that we have assembled, and once again, USA Baseball, we know the caliber of players that we're going to have. So the role as a manager, it's going to be fun. It's going to be, I'm going to be surrounded with some really good coaches from the other Division I institutions, and looking forward to not only continue to learn, but being around those coaches that have had a lot of success in Division I baseball.
Now, last year you were the first base coach. And this year you got the phone call. What was your instant reaction when you got notified that you were the manager?
Well, I was very proud of what it represents for me. As a personal goal, I was very proud for our university. Being able to be the first HBCU head coach to manage the collegiate national team and to be able to do it from our great university, from Alabama State. I was very proud of what it means to me and what I know it means to everybody that is involved with Alabama State University in general, and obviously our baseball program. So I hope that people feel the same way and this journey that we're about to go for a few days, and once again make sure that we continue to represent our institution the time that we're going to be there.
Now, what are some things that you learned about yourself, not only as a head coach, but as an individual coming back after that experience this past year?
Well, you get to understand that baseball is baseball. Sometimes, we talk about the Power 5, we talk about the mid-majors, and I noticed and discovered, that the brand of baseball that we play is right in there with all of them. There's maybe a few things that you would do differently, but I was very proud of how we do and run things here with our program. And I learned that. You put yourself there. We had a player last year that made the roster and competed against Chinese Taipei. So, the whole experience, it allows you to understand that you belong, and once again, it allows you to appreciate what we have to offer as a university for the young men to come in here and have a legitimate opportunity to make the roster that is composed of the best players in the nation.
Now, you spoke about having a player last year. You also have a player this year, familiar friend Jamal George.
We have two. We got two.
Two.
It just came out. It's going to come out, but we have two. I'll tell you, we have Jamal George. Okay. I know you were going to allude to that. And also Luis Rodriguez is going to get an invite to be able to be there and continue to get ready and participate as he prepares to, I know we're going to talk about this, but the Swingman Classic, and to where he's going to be over there as well, both of those guys.
Now, talk about how proud you are of them and their journey, getting there and being with your players.
Well, it's hard to explain. You're talking about two guys that have been extremely good for our program, two guys that are bought into everything that we have taught them and the way that we play the game. Above all, two great, outstanding young men, respectful, have represented our university greatly. They're good students. good ambassadors for our university and great in the community. So when you see people that and young men that do things like that and get rewarded with, in my opinion, one of the ultimate things that you can do prior to making it to the big leagues and things like that, it's always good to see. I'm very proud of them, and I know they're going to go over there and represent as well.
Now, they'll be joined by 3 other players at the HBCU Swingman Classic coming up with Ali LaPred, Randy Flores, and Warren Cruz. How having 5 players invited to that as a head coach, you know, I talked about how proud you are of them, but what does that mean to ASU, to your program, how, like them representing?
Well, it shows where the brand of baseball that we're playing is. It shows, you know, we're talking about Ali LaPred, Player of the Year, you know, extremely deserving to be there. I know he's going to do well. Randy Flores just graduated and an outstanding player for us, along with the other guys. Juan Cruz, you know, Freshman of the Year. You're talking about Jamal, and you're talking about Luis Rodriguez. You know, once again, I think it shows in general, not only in the Southeast, but for the people that you know we deal with daily, where our program is, you know, and the caliber of players that we have that have an opportunity to play beyond the college level. So looking forward to that. I'm going to do my best to make it over there and watch what they can do live. But it's just one of those things that as we move forward and we look forward, I'm excited for them because it's a great opportunity. It's an event that is going to continue to grow. You know, Major League Baseball is doing an awesome job, the way that they promote it, first-class event, just like everything else that they do. So I think our guys are going to definitely enjoy that experience, and hopefully it puts them in a situation in where they can you know, continue to show baseball-wise what they can do and hopefully play beyond college baseball.
Now, when we talk about HBCU baseball, there were a lot of HBCU schools, SWAC schools in particular, that pulled off a lot of upsets, including yourself against Auburn. Talk about the growth of the game as far as HBCUs being. I know, obviously, you want to beat the SWAC schools, but seeing them win on the outside basis against Power Fives, how does that make you feel?
You know, it makes me feel proud. You know, one of the things that I know that we have in our conference is capable coaches that are working extremely hard to be able to promote and to be able to advance their programs. So it's good to see. I'm not surprised. I don't think anybody is surprised of the things that we were able to do. Southern beating LSU, us beating Auburn, Bethune-Cookman beating Miami. I don't think anybody is surprised about that. Maybe some people outside that they don't understand, you know, what we really put on the field, the talent that we put on the field. Maybe they'll be surprised, but not among us. We respect each other. A lot of good coaches, a lot of good players. You were part of seeing, you know, week in and week out, and the weekends, how we play the game, and the other schools, and how good baseball is getting, you know, not only in the conference, but obviously continuing nationally, the exposure that the guys are getting. So, you know, very, very proud to see that coaches are putting all their effort and recruiting good players, and we continue to do that. We continue to put make a name for ourselves in college baseball.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, that's all the time we have today. Thank you for your time, folks. We will be continuing this series, keeping up with Coach Vazquez throughout this journey. It's gonna be exciting for you. We're excited for it. You have any final messages for Hornet Nation?
No, you know, it was one of those things that I always appreciate the support of everybody, you know, all the way from the top. You know, our president has been outstanding, his cabinet, you know, Dr. Cable, Mr. Cyrus Russ. You know, it's in order for us to be competitive and to be consistent, it takes a whole village, you know, and one thing that we have is the leadership from our president and obviously all the way down to, you know, to Dr. Cable and the leadership that he has over the athletic department. So very proud to be able to do all these things that I'm able to accomplish in my career, being able to do it from our, you know, Alabama State. So I'm very proud of that, and hopefully everybody that's an ASU alum and is involved with Alabama State feel the same way.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Folks, we'll see you next week as we keep up with Coach Vazquez on this journey. Stay tuned.